determines our destiny. So we got to start with simple. The biggest status difference is the educational qualification, not the money, not the house you lived in, and that has been a survey. So the differentiation between the education, knowledge, or the profile. First of all, we need to make a differentiation between that. The profile is the activities which you have participated, the kind of grades you have got, the kind of college which gave you admission, and the kind of projects which you did. And education is the subject, the knowledge, and the level you studied. So these two are different elements which we got to think. Now let's understand. In academics, if the people are pursuing their academic, definitely your education knowledge really is a big help. And educational profile does not have that kind of help. The kind of subjects which you need to do. So for a scientist, for a person who is delving into research, and the person who is going to go for application, direct application of transmitting the same knowledge, the kind of depth you have in your own subject is very, very important. However, when it comes to productivity, simple example is the way jobs are given in engineering colleges or other colleges. My dear friends, when banking, finance, analytics, consultancy, they come to IITs and the top institution, not only in India but even in the world. So are people given jobs on the basis of their core competence of the knowledge? No. Is the application. So profile determines whether you are competitive, whether you have achievement orientation, whether you have the capacity to deal with team, the risk taking, the decision making. So the educational profile, what all activities you have participated and to what level you have set your aim to. That is your educational profile. That's a big determining factor. In India, we are from India. We always count. If you have reached IIT, then your IIT grades do not matter, because the fact is you had the capacity, and in the process of clearing IIT, you have displayed that you have the educational profile that in any organization, if you will be trained, you will come out trumps. However, as soon as any intensive thing comes, even in IIT or most of the colleges, they say when it's academic oriented jobs, they say unless until you have that kind of CPI, please don't come. So certain companies like Google, like Microsoft, will not take anyone but for the computer science people. Facebook will take two different kind of people. Yes, Google will take for marketing from the different angle that they will take from management colleges, but not from engineering colleges ever, not even from the other department. So education also is a big step. Now we come to education. The problem with education is this: the education becomes anachronistic after a certain time. What we studied today becomes irrelevant after a certain time. In all the engineering colleges, the technology which they study is anachronistic. So it's a profile and your attitudinal display which certifies that you have the need-based learning and you are excel in that. Only that person will be doing that. However, subjects like socio, political science, history, a person who lives in that period, who derives pleasure being part of the period, can only transfer. Because these are either simple humanistic or team spirit they develop these. Otherwise, for there, I think educational knowledge is somebody has got these things but does not display the total inclination to live those subjects. Probably the educational knowledge is of not at all something which you can have any importance. Same thing with commerce. Commerce at a higher level is a very high mathematical calculative index. All the other places, A simple thing like economics, you require maths, and they are supposed to be having better information in maths rather than engineers. So the subjective knowledge of commerce is not at all needed in case you are going for commerce bond, because the business transactions are temporary. Everything becomes relative. So therefore, if we want to see, most of the people who do well, they do not have commerce. And even if they have commerce, they have nothing to do with their subjects. So the subjective awareness in the commerce field is not at all needed. Coming to humanities, the intrinsic part of humanities education is the language. And the people, so the educational qualification is not needed, but a kind of, innovative approach to problems, and your language expressions and communication is the fundamental on which educational profile of any humanities group exists. Now we can take a lot of examples. In India, the biggest businessman have been Dhirubhai Ambani. What knowledge did he have? From a petrol pump. But the fact is, was he a science graduate? Was he a this thing? It was the only idea while being at the petrol pump that yes, world needs it. Mr. Sunil Bharti Mittal, the Airtel chief, he went to Singapore and he saw a push button and he started importing. Well, the India has very poor phones, and today he is the giant. He's a giant. So all the businesses started from there. If Mr. Narayan Murthy would have got a very good job from his engineering college, he would not have pursued technical education at IIT where he saw the computer lab. He would not have become the computer guy. Bill Gates, and the fact is, when he created DOS, when the world did not know what operating system was, and he's a Harvard dropout. Same way, Mark Zuckerberg, if his friends would not have given him the rowing captains to make him a social network, he would not have been. So the fact is, all these things show all this display what? Timely intervention, innovative thinking and decision making coupled with risk management. And this can be reflected from your profile. So it's not the education, but your profile. Zuckerberg had a girlfriend who was not of American origin. That definitely displays his risk-taking capability. Mr. Bill Gates talked about DOS. He thought of it when nobody was thinking. So that is the process. So profile displays your process leadership, and if you have it, probably that determines how you're going to lead. Most of the people who are doing business, India is a country full of businessmen. Formal education, how many people will be having in that subject? Probably only 10%. So 90% people, for them the education was not important, but the educational profile which provided them a platform to showcase their capabilities and the confidence they built up by being part of those activities is something which propelled them in their future. So this is what it's all about. The educational profile does matter, but in education, yes, also, sometimes it does not matter, education, but sometimes it does matter.